Okay, everyone, welcome back to the Nightmare Cabin, and welcome to part two now of our Mortification retrospective. Technology is a wonderful thing, and internet is temperamental.
Yes, it is.
So, we just got cut off, but that's fine. There's no trouble. So let's start again then. We was just starting to talk about erasing the goblin, and we was just we just started, didn't we? We were just comparing the different
Covers,
artwork. The artwork, the angel on this though is it's the angel from Triumph. Triumph of
Triumph of Mercy, yeah.
Mercy, sorry.
And both covers, this one and the one that you just held up, were both drawn by Troy Dunmeyer. That cover you're holding up actually was released on a DVD first, and then later used for that.
Yeah.
But because this is the original cover, and then it was released with, I think it's got 4 different covers. I should have grabbed them. The other cover, which I think I used on the inside is this gold. Nope, I didn't use it on the inside. But yeah, there's a bunch of different covers for this one, but this is my favorite cover for it.
That's
so
my favorite, hands down. Yeah.
But like I said, the original album was supposed to be called Impaling the Goblin, and then it was changed to Erasing the Goblin because somebody in Europe, and I don't know who or what, said that Impaling the Goblin was a nickname for sex. Which I had never heard that before.
I've never heard that, yeah. I've never.
But I was like, okay. Because I think Impaling the Goblin is better than Erasing the Goblin, but especially when, that, with this, the album cover with the Goblin is impaled.
Well, yeah, but whoever refers to sex as impaling the goblin, I'd like to see some of the women they go with, because
yeah,
it's not something that you conjure up.
We also have another lineup change again. We kept the guitar player, but now we have another different drummer again. So
we got another. Right, so is Lincoln? No, we was going through this, weren't we? Let's go back to.
Yeah, that's where I guess we got cut off, but
yeah. Mick Jelinek on guitars again.
Yes.
Damien Percy on drums. Who he isn't with us anymore.
Nope. And he was gone before the next album came out. And they did do some shows for these albums. That they were playing a lot with another Australian band called power metal band. Gosh, Pegasus. They were playing with Pegasus quite a bit.
Okay.
Pegasus, I believe, were also on Nuclear Blast. But these are all these albums that were coming out up to, well, not this one, but up to Erasing the Goblin, were all still being put out by Nuclear Blast. But in the United States, they were coming out on Metal Blade.
Yeah, didn't he put out the original sort of pressing on his own on Road Productions, and then there'd be like a licensing?
Yep, he licensed the Metal Blade in the US.
In the US and then
Nuclear Blast in Europe. Yep.
I'm just messing about with this here. I'm losing my concentration. But yeah, right, let's get into the music then for Erasing the Goblin. I mean, I think I'm pretty much of the
Razorback.
same opinion.
Razorback's a full-on thrasher.
Yeah.
Really heavy. Erasing the Goblin's more standard of what he's been doing recently. Servers of the Supreme Message is another one of those fast songs. Humanitarian, I believe, was a song he was playing live before this came out. But yeah, I like this album. It was, again, a thrashier sound. They were going for more of a thrash metal sound here. A bit of a death metal sound here and there, but not the same as the first 3 albums.
Yeah, I would say pretty much my opinion of this one's same as Brain Cleaner, really. It's Mortification being Mortification. Good addition to the thing. Yeah, it's like I said, maintains the standard, but doesn't set any new ones. Then we get the live Humanitarian live album. This came out as a DVD as well, I believe. Is that right?
Yes, it did.
I think this is, I recognise that. I've seen this. I've watched this one on YouTube. So
that's one of the few that has not been released on vinyl ever.
Is it not?
Nope.
They had a cool stage set up there.
Yeah, that's the shot of the that was their rig, light rig.
Yeah.
With the big cross on it. Yeah.
What we got? Oh, here we go. This.
There it is. Yep.
And then we got.
They were still pulling in big crowds, man. During that time.
Good set list on this as well. And I think with Brain Cleaner and Erasing the Goblin, I was a little bit, not so hot on. I think the songs are better live. All the songs in there, are great live. And they open with Erasing the Goblin. I'm Not Your Commodity. That was on Brain Cleaner. Then we got Hammer of God, Purest Intent. Did they do a? Yeah, they do a medley.
Medley of the old stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. No, great album. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I like it quite a bit. Yeah. That was what year was that? 2009.
2006.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
So then the next album would be
The Evil Addiction, Destroying
Machine. So that's this one here. And another Troy Dunmire cover, another Angel on the cover. This time he is thrashing on what looks to be alcohol and drugs, because Steve was tired of seeing his friends dying from drug addictions and alcohol addiction at the time, and I don't blame him. So that's where you get that from. But a little personal story about this one is, if you look at the photo of Steve Rowe on there, he's wearing his that denim vest, which he at the time Ultimatum had recorded
an Ultimatum patch.
Yes,
yeah,
because we recorded our Lex Metalis album, which was the covers album, and it was 11 or 12 songs, and like 9 of the songs were just regular metal bands, Megadeth, Metallica. We did Saxon, we did Twisted Sister, that kind of stuff, and we just took and made those songs into thrash songs. Well, we also did a Mortification song and a Vengeance Rising song and a few other bands, and we were taking a lot of crap for it online from all the Christians who were a little bit trying to be nice, uptight. There's the word I'm looking for, about how dare you play secular songs. So Steve did this, and put on. He's got Metallica on there. He's got Saxon on there. He did that purposely to stand in unity with us, which I thought was such a cool guy, man. He didn't have to do that. They were way more well known than we were, but he did it anyhow. So
yeah, no, he come. I mean, listening to his interviews, his talk between shows, and just other people's testimonies about after reading that book, he does seem like a top guy. I'd love to interview him, but yeah, it's and what a body of work he's got. I mean, we're still not finished. I mean, and we've still got a couple of albums that aren't even Mortification albums. But what do you think of? I mean, Evil Addiction, Destroy Machine. I mean, again, this has got a good thrashy, hardcore feel to it. Like I said, with the last 2 albums, I said there's kind of the standard is maintained, but
they're maintaining their sound here. Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah, but I mean in a good way on this one. It's like this is Mortification, being Mortification, but it's what you want from them as well.
They're not breaking any new doors open here, but they're continuing in that.
And at this point, they don't really need to. So
yeah, it's not really. There's not a lot of death metal on here. It's mostly straightforward metal and thrash, maybe a bit of groove here and there, but it sounds like Mortification.
Yeah. Then we put out a compilation, 20 Years in the Underground. This is a double CD compilation
from Nuclear Blast.
The heavens is just opened here. It feels this might pick it up. It sounds like someone's drumming on there. So this is a mixture of re-recorded songs. So you've got Nocturnal, Grind Planetarium, Impulsation, Hammer of God, and a Majestic Infiltration of Order, all re-recorded, and then a compilation of live stuff, basically. But you get 2 CDs and a nice thick book.
Yeah, with lots of photos in it and nice write-up. And
kind of like a guide to Mortification, really. There's articles.
And that same year, the same year that was released, at the same time, actually, that was released also. This is when the gold edition of this was released, also as a 2-disc set. So you got Break the Curse. It's called Break the Curse 1990. Now it's called Break the Curse 1990 through 2010. And it's got the Break the Curse on there, but then it's got The Majestic Infiltration of Order, and then it goes into Time Crusaders, a studio version, which had never been released on an album. They only had it on a live album. Time
Right.
Crusader.
Okay.
It's got Eyes of Destruction, which is a 1997 Light Force recording of them doing Total Thrash Song, which is a song that Mortification should have recorded and never did. And it's got interviews and other stuff on there. And then the bonus disc is Live 1990 from Melbourne, Australia, and it's 14 tracks.
Yeah.
So this is Rock's Records. So
right.
And this too has a big old fat book with gold, lots of pictures and a long write up inside of it, and it's got a couple of cool little collages of stuff. So I like stuff like this. I like looking at.
Yeah, I'm a big sucker for stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it also has the.
Here we go, part 3, but we're editing this together. No one's going to know. Right. So, yeah.
So now we're up to the next album.
Well, we've got an EP, haven't we? We've got Scribe of the Pentateuch. Here we go.
Yep.
Which
so
is
this one,
yeah.
It was an intentional reach back to, and it has multiple covers as well. You've got one there. I've got the original cover here. This cover was actually designed by a Disney artist, Walt Disney artist, and they did exactly what Steve asked for. He instead of the bones and all that kind of stuff, he wanted the scrolls, but he wanted an electronic hand holding the. So that's what you get here. But yeah, it was a 6-song EP, and it was his attempt to get back to the Scrolls of the Megaloth sound.
Okay.
But you'll also notice another lineup change.
Right, yeah, let's get into that. That's what I was going to do before I went back and bloody. So, right, but we say lineup change, but there's a past member.
Yeah, Lincoln Bowen, guitar player Lincoln Bowen returns to the fold. And at the same time, they formed the new band, which we will probably talk about at the very end, which is he called it street rock. That's what Steve used to call it, his other band. And it was the same guys that were in here were in the other band. So
yeah, One Row Vision.
One Vision.
We can talk about that if you like, or would you rather stick to Mortification for now and we'll just touch on it?
Yeah, we can just stick to. We only have 2 more Mortification albums, so this one. Now the vinyl.
Yeah.
The vinyl issue of this is nice because you get the 6 tracks on side A, and side B it has the re-recorded classics from 2009 from that Nuclear Blast, the one that you showed earlier.
Right. Okay.
Which are the best songs on that, in my opinion, because they're well recorded and yeah.
I've got the Scribe of the Pentateuch EP, and then I've got Live at Easter Fest in 2013.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 different versions of this album.
That's unusual for Mortification. Yeah,
it's just every country has something different. That's the thing, And
yeah.
Different labels from different countries, and everybody wants something different. So different albums, different album covers, different songs, different bonus tracks. But I like the band picture on this one. It came out nice.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And it's an unusual cover though.
Yeah, that one's a bit plain, but
yeah, that's the Sound Maps version, I believe.
Yeah. And then
this would have been the last full length album coming up.
Yeah, so Scribe of the Pentateuch was 2012, and now 2015 we've arrived. The Realm of the Skeletor, and I've got 2 editions of this one.
Yeah, I've got those 2 as well, and
I didn't even realise I had 2.
Same lineup from the last album, from the EP.
Yeah,
and we've got again return to the death metal sound on some of the songs. But it's pretty much standard fare for Mortification. A lot of thrash, a lot of death metal, a bit of hardcore here and there.
Yeah, there's I find this song a bit slow and a bit groovier in places as well.
Yep.
I've got to say, I'm satisfied that this is the last album. It does feel like they're kind of coming to the end
Yeah, Steve was just
Okay.
tired of playing the same style of music and wanted to do something different. So that's why he formed a whole different band with a different name, which would be the aforementioned One Row Vision.
Yeah. Now they've released 3 albums. I've only got 2. I've got these 2, and they turned up the other day. I showed this off in a video in a whole video that I. So, and I've not actually listened to these yet. So I'll let you take the lead.
It's very different style. It doesn't sound anything like Mortification. It is Steve Rowe wanting to do more of a straight ahead. He called it street rock. So I hear a lot of straightforward hard rock influences by like bands like Deep Purple, and he was really into the Resurrection Band or Res Band. So you're going to hear some of that. But I also hear a bit of punk in the sound. And
are they live albums? Is one a live album?
Well, there is a live album and 2 studio albums. Yep.
I see. Right. Okay.
Yeah. So it's different sounds. Steve sings on them. He does not growl. He does not, do the thrash voice. He does not do the hardcore yelling. He actually sings on them. And that seems to be the point of contention for most people. They just can't handle his vocal style.
Yeah, but it's a different project. It's not as if he's released it as under...
Right, which is the whole reason he changed the name of the band and didn't release them under the Mortification name, because he wanted to sing. He wanted to do something different, more of a, very, very much influenced by the 70s rock stuff.
Yeah.
He's
a big Status Quo fan as well.
Yeah, he was a big Quo fan. Rosanna's Raiders was another big influence on that sound. And so that's what that matter of fact, one of the songs on there, I believe, is a tribute to Rosanna's Raiders on one of those albums. I can't remember which song it is, but so it's different. It's funny too, because it depends on who you ask. I know a lot of Mortification fans that hate it, but I had an extra vinyl copy that I sent to a friend of mine of the first album, and he absolutely loved it. He goes, "Man, this is just like this is what punk is supposed to be." And he's like, it's just a band being raw and pure, and he goes, "I dig this," and so he loved it. So I guess it just depends on your perspective, If you're looking for death metal or thrash metal or even heavy metal, you're not going to get it. It's a different style.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to listening to it. It sounds like it's just going to be it's him letting his hair down. He's been through a lot, and he's been playing a lot of heavy music, and it just sounds like it's just having a breather and having fun.
Yep.
So, yeah,
there's also a lot of collectible stuff you can get from Mortification. I have Mortification 7 inches and promos, just tons of promo stuff with different cover art on them, and they were on a bazillion different compilations between Nuclear Blast and Metal Blade and World Productions and the stuff he did himself with. And not only is it they recorded songs that were not put on other albums too on some of those compilations.
Yeah. So yeah, we've reached the end, and I guess we'll just finish with a summary really of Mortification and their legacy. Really, I mean, they're definitely one of the most respected bands out there, and I think Steve's got a powerful body of work under his belt.
Absolutely.
And all the previous members that have come and gone should all be proud of their contributions. And yeah, it's a good solid body of work, and there's some classic albums in there as well. The first 2 or 3 albums for me, but yes, Scribes of the Megaloth and Envision. Oh, help me out. Envision
Evangeline.
Evangeline, are my 2 favourites. I think Envision and Evangeline's will go down in history as classic piece of heavy metal. And
that's that nearly 30-minute song. There's actually a video done for that. Have you seen it?
That's right. I've seen it. Yeah.
That's really long, but
no, it's not shortened or edited in any way either. It's fully,
And I don't think they ever played that whole song live. They always just played.
I think they did.
Beginning, played the beginning parts of it. Yeah.
I wonder if they ever did. I mean, I think it would be on a live album if they did do it before. They would have made a point of recording it, wouldn't they?
As far as I know, they never did. But I've heard tons of more bootlegs. I've never heard it, but I'd be interested to know if they did. But in any case, cool. Well, that's it, man. We went. That was a marathon, but we got through it in a little over an hour.
Anything you want to say? Finishing up, summing up. Mortification.
I appreciate everybody listening. Us kind of reminiscing over some old metal that I love. And if you want to check out my channel, it's No Life Till Metal
Of course. I mean, there's no way people watch my channel and don't watch yours. So, but yeah, check out No Life Till Metal if you haven't. But yeah, it was watching Scott when I first started my channel. I was like, yeah, I want to try and get him on.
And then this is my other channel that I'm on every Tuesday night, the Metal Roundtable. So my channel focuses mostly on collecting of records and CDs and tapes and that kind of thing, and just things like that. Collecting. The Metal Roundtable focuses more on they focus on that, but we also have a lot of guests. Like last week we had on Brian Schlegel from Metal Blade.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I have seen this. I didn't realize it was I thought it was just something you went on. But yeah, you went on.
It's not. I didn't start it, but I'm a regular on the show. So yeah.
Oh right, because you was on Marty's channel as well, wasn't you? Marty.
Yeah.
On the heavy. What's the show he does? Because you got Marty Worm.
Yep.
And then.
I've been on that show too. Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, the heavy metal. So I can't remember.
I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about too, but I can't remember.
But that's a really good show as well. Yeah, well, Scott, it's always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for giving me your time. You've been on the channel now. I mean, I think this is your 4th time. First time you came on, we just did a general interview, chit chat. Then you came on, we did Vengeance Rising and we did Deliverance. Now we've done Mortification. I think it's only fair. Next time you come on, we talk about Ultimatum.
Oh, yeah. I'm always in for that.
Yeah, I'd love to hear about, the stories behind these great albums. I'd like to hear some of your old war stories.
Sure.
And I'd love to go through this collection with you. And we'll definitely do that soon.
I might even be able to get one of the other guys on if you want. We'll see.
Yeah, great. I'd love to do that. So I'll be in touch, and in the next couple of months we'll do that. And thanks for coming, and thank you everyone for watching. Shout out to Steve, and in fact, shout out also if you've watched this far. Shout out to My Music Corner, who is a subscriber of the channel, and he's mentioned that he's a Mortification fan and wanted to do a similar show like this himself in his own channels, but I think he wanted to do it like a weekly show. So I'd look forward to him doing that. And thanks for watching, everyone. I think that's just about all. We'll leave it at there. Take care, everyone. And God bless Steve Rowe. I hope hopefully this makes this to him, and hopefully he enjoys it. And see you all later. Thanks for watching. Take care.
See ya.